Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
This is the Weather Xtreme video for Sunday, September the 11th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and it looks like the warming trend continues with fairly dry weather, although we could see an isolated shower today. Let's start off with the Skycam network this morning, and there's a beautiful shot of from the Gadsden shot, and we see a lot of some fog and low clouds down in the valley, and so just a beautiful, beautiful shot from that high position. And then how about a beautiful sunrise from our Clanton Skycam, and that's just gorgeous as we look out over central Alabama. Not a lot to talk about on the surface map. We do have a bit of a boundary off to the north and northwest of us that's associated with the upper trough, and you can see the closed low that's opening up and will be migrating by us over the next day or so. And of course, we don't see anything much to speak of in the tropics, and looks like we're going to go into a bit of a kind of a somewhat tranquil pattern over the next few days. Temperatures have come back up a little bit, still cooler than we've seen back just a week ago or so, but certainly temperatures climbing back up with a good deal of 60s, purging or bulging up there into the Ohio River Valley and into the eastern Great Lakes. Across central Alabama, we continue our warming trend too. The morning lows now inching up, and you see over at Tuscaloosa and Birmingham, we're in the upper 50s, while over in the eastern part of the state, they're still in primarily the mid-50s, but we see a few lower 50s involved there, but we're getting a little bit better. Today, we may see with that trough, there's very little moisture to work with, and you can see that there are a few showers on the regional radar map. And QPF not forecasting much in the way of showers down our way, but indeed we may see a few spots that get a little bit of rain, but I don't think, for the most part, we stay fairly dry. Storm Prediction Center not outlooking a specific area for a slight risk, but they do have a C text in the middle of the mid-Atlantic states. And then in addition to that, on day 2, we see a slight risk up over the western Great Lakes. The tropics continue to be relatively active. We have Nate, Maria, and something that is at least a disturbance, an area of cloudiness, but not expected to develop much. There's a look at Maria. Maria's still having trouble getting her act together and not doing real well, and that's good because the tropical storm conditions or near tropical storm conditions affecting those islands out there, but not indeed causing them too much grief, maybe spoiling the tropical environment for the fall here. And there's a look at the track from the National Hurricane Center, and expected to stay away from the U.S. and Bermuda, which is good news for those. Nate has apparently moved ashore in on the southwest coast of in Mexico, okay, southwest Gulf Coast there for Mexico, and there's the track expected to dissipate fairly quickly by Monday early in the day. All right, the morning 06 ZGFS model run, and here's a look at today, and there's our closed low is opening up into a trough, and that again could produce a few isolated showers, and indeed the GFS suggesting that, but I think, as I say, most of us will not see much in our rain gauges. By Monday, that trough is off now on the southeast coast of the U.S. We see Maria coming up from just north of Puerto Rico. By that was Monday. This is Tuesday. We certainly see the Maria out there, and Maria certainly causing very little in the way of problems for land masses, at least. We see Maria continuing to move to the northwest, but gradually beginning a curve to the north. In the meantime, we do have a pretty strong trough and shortwave moving through the western Great Lakes, and that could have an impact on us because it could bring a bit of a front down our area into our area by Thursday and give us at least some good relatively good chance for some showers. I don't think, again, everybody's going to get wet. That trough moves into the eastern Great Lakes, and its influence is not real strong. But again, by the 16th, we see kind of a general troughiness, which is going to help to keep us cool. And by that time, the 16th, we're under a strong high-pressure system centered over about Chicago. And that stays with us well out into the future with large high pressure over Pennsylvania and Ohio and making its influence felt over a good portion of the eastern half of the country. And then finally, a week from today, we see that high pressure still with us. So it looks like relatively dry weather and maybe even, cooling off a little bit as we head from Thursday into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So getting cooler is okay. That's nice. The 90s remind us of the heat that we've had over the last 3 months. Extending the forecast out even further into voodoo country, we see not as strong a system as what the GFS was suggesting yesterday, but certainly another cool down around the 21st. And then we see the ridge coming back. So the GFS suggesting that we may have a warmer end to September than what we saw yesterday. But you know how voodoo is. It flips, flops, and flops and flips. So there you go. Well, thanks for tuning into the Weather Xtreme video. Expect James Spann to be back with the next one first thing Monday morning. In the meantime, I hope that your Sunday is a good one, and Godspeed.
Each day, there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.